What's up, everyone? My name is Steve from Supermods Tech, and today I'm going to be working on a A1465 MacBook Air. I'm going to attempt to repair this MacBook Air. It was dropped off from a customer, a new customer at that, and they claim that they're going to send me more work. They have a business and so forth and so forth. I already heard those stories already. They just want to fix one computer and get a discount, and then you'll never see them again. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and open this bad boy up, and we're going to go ahead and see if we could fix this thing today. So it's a 12-inch, 13-inch, 11-inch MacBook Air, none of the above, the last one. And we're gonna go ahead and see if we can get it repaired. So what I'm gonna go is switch over to the GoPro cam. I'm gonna attempt to turn it on. As you can see, it's not getting any power at all. And I'm gonna go ahead and hook up my power supply. And we're gonna go ahead and see if we're pulling any current out of this bad boy. So let me go ahead and set my voltage back because I was diagnosing something else. I like to do it at 20 volts. And then amps, 3.8. And then I'm going to set that, turn that on. Now, I love using the power supply to try and troubleshoot because it tells you if it's drawing any amps, if it's a direct short, or something is going on in the unit. So the first stage I'm going to do is plug it up, see if I get any green light on the charger. I have no green light on the charger, but I am getting some energy on the screen that indicating that it's going to turn on. And it didn't turn on, but it's showing that there's a battery indicator saying that it's not charging or needs to charge. So we're going to power cycle again. It's doing the second cycle. Let's see if it's going to attempt to turn on. And it tries to turn on and gets that same battery indicator that it's not charging or it's trying to charge. See if it's going to power cycle one more time. And it's definitely trying to turn on. So we definitely have an issue here where it's pulling the current. The unit is definitely trying to turn on. And now it went back to 0.014 milliamps. The unit is trying to charge. But we do have an issue because we're not getting a green light on the charger. So the first thing we're going to do, and that tells us that it's no communication between the charger assembly and the laptop. So we're going to go ahead and take the rest of these screws out of the unit. I'm going to go ahead and let me just try and give this a little tilt shift down, just a little tilt shift up, and there we go. So now we're going to go ahead and pull the bottom screws out of the assembly so that we can see if we can find evidence of to what's going on here and what's causing this unit not to charge or turn on, being that we're not getting a light on the charger. So we'll go ahead and pull the rest of these screws. Get these screws out. And we'll do an inspection on the inside to see if we could come up with anything that can give us a clue to what's going on. So there is one screw missing on here. So obviously, the person that brought this here. Okay. Looking for evidence of water damage. I don't see any right there at the moment. This has that funny new SSD, so it's most likely a 2017 unit. And 1495, 575 is probably the cycle count. So I'm going to go ahead and disconnect the battery, and then we could go ahead and start checking everything out. So at this point, we don't need the battery to run any testing. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. Let's check our cables. already I see something. So I'm going to switch over to the microscope camera so that everybody can see this little thing clearly, which I believe is the problem. So let me switch over to the microscope. And, you know, cables are very important when it comes to repairing MacBooks. And as you can see on this cable, that there's some corrosion right there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick away at that. And we're going to see if that pin actually exists. All right, so we're going to pick away at that. Because corrosion blocks connection. And what happens is that when the corrosion blocks the connection, the electricity can't pass through. And when the electricity can't pass through, that's when you'll get certain false signals and stuff not working properly and stuff of that nature. So this is on the DC in side. So I'm going to inspect the DC in, because if there's corrosion here, most likely there was some corrosion on the DC board itself. So what I'm doing, I'm just brushing this away with some alcohol. And we're going to go ahead and see if we can run a test on this to see if it's actually having any trace left or is it making contact. So I'm going to go ahead and get my meter and we're going to test continuity and see if we have good continuity coming between that pin and that contact. Then I'll go ahead and check on the board itself. All right, so it appears we have good contact still. So what I'll do is I'll turn on my soldering iron station. And I'm going to reflux and put some fresh solder on that pin so that we can ensure that the contact is made again. So I'm going to get some flux. We're going to dab a little bit over here, and we're going to go ahead and get some solder and go ahead and make back some contact with this. So what we're doing here is we're gonna make the connection, refresh it, make sure it's nice and clean. And making good contact again, okay? That's all we're doing today for this particular component. Because if this cable is still good, I'm gonna use it back. I'm not gonna change the cable just because it has a little bit of corrosion there. You know, I could just, you know, put the soldering iron on it and fix it. It's not that big of a deal. Let me just clean out my excess solder blob there. Let's go ahead and brush this clean with some alcohol. All right, so now we should be all right as far as that's concerned. Dry it off. That was a very little bit amount, minimal amount of bad corrosion there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and check the DC inboard, because if the cable it got there somehow. We have to inspect the DC inboard and make sure the DC inboard is not damaged in any way. Where, I mean, corrosion could get into some of the darndest places. It's just amazing. Okay, so let's connect this back and see if we have any light on the charger. If it starts to make communication again. And what do you know? Something as simple as that was causing this MacBook Air not to get a light on the charger. So we'll go ahead and see if it's going to turn on, which the unit already did start to turn on. Seems. Looks like the backlight is on. Yes, it is. So we'll wait for it to boot. Now we have an Apple logo. Now the computer turned on. Now what we're going to do is we're going to disconnect our power source. We're going to install the battery back onto the unit again. And we're going to do a retest to see if it's going to charge the battery this time instead of just turning off. So we'll go ahead and reconnect the battery again. Let's plug the charger in. Getting some power cycling going on. We're getting our orange amber light on the charger still. Unit seems to be turning on this time. And that's going to be most likely it. What I'll do is I'll do a PRAM reset because it's taking quite a while to see the SSD. I don't know why that is. If it's the original SSD, it shouldn't take that long. So we'll go ahead and see if the unit is charging this time. And the laptop definitely turned on. Right now it's at 0%. It is pulling a lot of current like it's charging. And of course they don't give you the password for the computer. But let me shut it down. And let me do a 2 stages of reset. First I'm going to do a SMC reset, where you hold down Shift, Option, Command, and press the power button. No, Shift, Control, Option, and press the power button. And you see the light turns green real quick. Then it should go back to orange. That's reset number 1. Now we're going to turn the unit on. And we're going to hold down Option, Command, and P and R this time. I don't think I did it quick enough because, all right, let me shut it back down because I still see the backlight on. So let me shut it back off, and I'm going to turn it back on. Hold on, Option, Command, P, R, and we're going to PRAM reset this device so that it will see the SSD faster. See it flashed and cut off. And we're going to wait one more time. There we go. Now we also get an Apple chime. I'm doing it one more time. There we go. I'm going to release. It should pick up the Apple logo a lot faster. We'll see. If it doesn't, I have no idea why that is. There it goes. It did come on a lot quicker. There we go. So that's case number 1. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to put this computer on the side, and I'm going to charge it up, put it on the charger, let it sit for about an hour, charge up, turn it back on, retest it, see how far the charge gets so that I can test, make sure the computer is charging properly. And if all else is well, I think that was the only problem for today. Sometimes you get easy ones, sometimes you get some that are absolute nightmares. But anyway, please subscribe to our channel. Please help us on the journey. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs. So if you guys could subscribe, please, we will gladly appreciate it. All that we're doing is trying to make good tutorial videos to help everybody out there. Share the information. If everybody could share information in the world would be a lot smarter. So Our goal is here to help everybody, share as much information as we can, give you guys better videos. So we also have a donate, link down below. If you guys can donate, please, highly appreciate it. All donations will go towards making the channel better. Nothing else than that. So thank you guys for watching. See you guys in the next video. Peace out.